Hello everyone, this is Rocky Nash. We're live in Las Vegas and I wanted to hop on really quickly to answer any of your questions that you might have about live stream production. So first, if you're going live like I am right now on YouTube, just some of the things I run through. So I, of course, turn on my computer. I have it set up to automatically turn on my lights with a Mac shortcut. I also have my Elgato microphone right here, just out of frame. Make sure that I can hear myself. I'm monitoring my audio with my earphones or earbuds, and I got an extension cable because you can kind of see it right here, but it used to be much shorter. So I got an extension cable on Amazon. You can find out about my whole kit in the link in my description. I have a storefront there on Amazon Live because I test everything that I recommend to you. So I have all the live stream platforms, all the live selling platforms for smaller creators. I test them out for you first. And some of the larger ones like production software, like right now I'm using ECAMM. Absolutely love ECAMM, and I'm also about to test Wirecast as well. They have, it's more for like bigger productions is what I see it as because there's lots more features, but I love ECAMM for everyday easy content creations. It's the #1 platform that I recommend for my clients. So let's go ahead and look around really quickly at different things. So right now my website, places where you can learn like free tips and things like that. My website, my YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter. I'm always dropping little gems. Also Instagram, Facebook stories, TikTok. I didn't realize I hardly post on TikTok, but lately it's started to grow. I think I got my first 50 TikTok followers on there, but it's really interesting because you would think it's saturated as popular as it is, but I've gotten up to 1,500 views on one video, and to me that's a lot for someone who's not really trying there. So I'm going to start trying there and see what happens. But let me know, what's your favorite platform to go live on? Check in the comments right now. I'm going to organize my screen, and if you have any questions about live production, let me know in the comments. So this is just my little website. So you can go to rockynash.com. You can see some examples of videos that I produce, just go on live casually, and get your coffee. Let me know what you're drinking too. This is confidently going live. How I got started streaming from my mobile phone before desktop computer with professional cameras before working on larger productions, marketing activations, news in newsrooms, going live, different things like that. But my journey started very simple, and that's why I don't want anyone to get discouraged. I always say just go live, because you shouldn't let fear prevent you from just going live, telling your story, talking about your product or your service. And that's what I'm here to encourage you to do. So I'm going to hop back over here. I have my coffee. I just made a little latte using my Keurig. It's really good. Did you hear that ASMR? But anywho, let's check the comments really quickly because chat is open right now. And if you're wondering how I put these comments on the screen, I'm using ECAMM. It's in the description. It's Mac only live streaming software, and it allows you to schedule things like that. So I made a comment in the past. I was able to edit it, turn it into a button I could press on my Stream Deck, and then make it appear again. So right now I added also a message to follow me on Amazon Live, because that is where I talk in depth about all the products around me right now that I use. And not only do I live talk about the product and demo it, but you can also just click a link in the carousel and purchase it. It's really easy. Live selling is really amazing right now, right? It's amazing all that you can do with technology and without even investing a lot. Because when I first started going live with just my phone, oh, look, I have my green screen on so you can't see my background because it's green. Let me pick a cuter picture. But I used to go live with just my phone and amassed more than 10,000 followers and of a community, actually, because I'll say that I wasn't trying to really grow. It just naturally happened because I was constantly delivering value and talking about travel and tourism in Las Vegas. I really had no objective at the time. I actually went in reverse than a lot of creators because right away brands reached out to me. So I started working with brands early. That was like 2011 was when I was using Livestream to show real estate properties in New York for rentals. And it was amazing. That's when I first fell in love with live, by the way, in New York. But then when I moved back to Vegas, it was Periscope and travel and tourism before working with larger brands and then getting more behind the scenes. So if you're like, you don't have that much content online. I know, because I used to work professionally in live production and I used to beta testing, working with engineers. So it's more behind the scenes, behind the camera. But now I want to be here to help you get started. And that's why I built this website, so that you could just to talk about, you can learn a little bit about how to launch your own digital show. You can see things that I've built where they're not really over the top, right? I'm not going, how you doing, Superfro? Good to see you. And it's showing you an approachable way to go live. You can make it look as good as possible, build as you go, start with your phone, then get a camera, then get a better laptop, then get, multiple cameras, then use different software. So I use different hardware and software for different things. Like I said, I love ECAMM. You can subscribe, by the way, right there. You can subscribe to my newsletter as well. So, and also you're the first to know when I go live, when you add your email address right here. I don't know if you can see that, but what happens is you can, I'm going to scroll up a little bit more so you can see it, but you'll get tips right there. But just start wherever you are and go live and build from there. Hey, Podcast Imata, good to see you too. What was I just saying? I wanted to tell you something else. It was really good. It was really good. But if you have any questions, this is the Ask Me Anything session. And I wanted to show you my website because it's just basically showing you that anything's possible. Live selling is really popular right now. Video podcasts are popular. My clients, they start where they're at and then they build. Well, that's what I was saying. And then, even though I keep it really simple with what I use at home, I've worked on larger productions. I've worked on things, and you can learn about that on my website because I want to focus on you and any questions you might have. Did you all have coffee? I see you there, Charles. Podcast by Mata. Yeah, you have to update show off your work and link to your new updated work. Yes, so thank you for reminding me of that. That's what I'm going to start adding on here. So you can, on my website, I go way back in my journey because I want to encourage people to not get discouraged thinking, oh, I don't have a lot of followers. But I work behind the scenes with larger brands with less than 10,000 followers. It's really about the impact you make on your community and in the industry, how many people engage, how you influence purchase. Because I don't call myself an influencer because I'm a professional in the industry and I happen to influence purchase decisions. So in a way, we're all influencers, right? We're influential in our industry. But I'm going to show you how, yes, you can learn about me. Here's my bio, how I got started. I need to add more images, right? I totally left out news production and everything here, but you'll see a little bit of my bio, some of the early brands I started working with, then how I started working on marketing campaigns. This all happened organically. Nowadays, you can go on YouTube and you can study and learn a lot about how to grow your following, how to pitch brands. But me, it was in reverse, because I was creating so much content, which is why I still believe that, and just going live organically and attracting a community just by talking to people, and they could relate to me. That was my strategy. I didn't really have anything. Nowadays, it's really more structured, and you should do this, you should not do that. But my model, honestly, it's always just go live. It's start where you are with what you have. Your audience is waiting. You can do it differently and you can still win. I believe that because it's true for me. So I hope it works out for you. You're glad that Superfro says, I'm glad you're in tech and live streaming. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. In entrepreneurship, there's ups and downs, right? If someone says they got it all figured out and this is the only way to do it, I'd be really reluctant to believe them because there are people with much bigger following me that are making less with brand deals. There's days where, I have no clients and I focus on education. I feel like I'm going to a tech conference in San Francisco that I was invited to, which you will be the first to know about, and I will live stream there. It's a smaller event. It will be streamed live, but the actual people who are invited in person, I'm grateful to the tech company for even seeing me and recognizes me as a small developer on this platform. I don't want to say what it is yet because I kind of want it to be a surprise for you, but I'm grateful, and I just want to show you, hopefully, and inspire you that what's possible when you just create consistently, stick to your story. Someone can say this is the only way to do it, this is the only way to do it, but those are all great. They're entertaining. This is all of our personal journey, so share yours, but don't ever think that you can't make it because you didn't do it this way or you don't have this much money to invest, because I had nothing. I can tell you, I had $0. I was doing live streaming on my lunch break when I first got recognized. So Don't believe it. Don't buy into it. There's definitely some great tips though, and that's why my peers, we all have different angles of things, and that's why I love it, because I'm an early adopter. I remember when some of the same people talking about live streaming and as industry leaders, because they are now, were the same people saying, oh, it's too raw, it's too scary. When I was going live, it wasn't for me, and I just loved it. This is when I was a commercial photographer, so I put the whole journey here to show how you can go to college, not go to college. You can learn on YouTube. You can learn by taking courses. You can just learn by doing, which is my favorite, actually. My favorite way to learn is by doing. So just keep going. And I'm checking, see if there's any comments. It says just push live button, totally. Yes, a lot of people say that, right? Yeah, just go live. Everybody's saying it now, and it's all because it's true. I love that we support each other in the live stream community. That's another thing I can say. I was on this amazing live stream by ECAMM the other day, and there was all these different content creators and live producers just talking about behind the scenes and sharing their tips. I feel like we're more of a just supportive community. Are you noticing that in live production? There's like no shortage of work for live producers, especially with what the last few years ushered in, everybody getting more comfortable with using live stream platforms. It just boosted everyone to know how to go live, right, by having to use Zoom. So I feel like we're more supportive. We don't feel so I don't know what the scarcity, like we have to compete with each other. Maybe that's it. But that's why I would say just try it. It's okay, because if you don't like the live stream, or if you feel like, oh, the audio was bad, you could always delete it and do it again. Sometimes the fear of getting too big is that you're more afraid of making mistakes, right? Because more people are watching you. So then do it all while you're still small. Honestly, I feel like I'm still small. I have not in the industry. My impact is big because that's how I got to work with the brands. But my social media presence is very curated. I don't overshare, but I do document my journey. I'm going to do some oversharing on one of my channels. If you go on my YouTube channel now, do I have it here? You can actually see the other channels. I used to have them as little to use them to demo and show my clients how to set up YouTube channels, how to do things. But now I've just made them more public. I'm assigning them handles. You know, you can get handles now, like at Rocky Nash Live on YouTube. So I'm starting to get those notifications and email for them. So let me show you right here. It's funny. Have you gotten yours yet? If you have a YouTube channel, are you seeing that? Podcast by Mata says you'll look at yourself on the screen for 10 seconds before you hit live to get adjusted and see myself on camera. Yeah, it's like whatever your process is, you know, that's just get comfortable. Get comfortable, because even me, who's gone live thousands of times, I still get that little feeling of like, ooh, a little nervous. Like I'm noticing right now, I'm like, oh, this side's curly, that side's straight. We're going live. It's all right. It's not that big of a deal. You're starting not to believe in small versus as long as you do. Yes, exactly. Superfro gets it, because your impact can be great in your community and to your friends and whatnot. And if you influence, you can have a greater impact on an industry and produce greater sales with a smaller following. I've done it. I'm not making this up. I have the receipts. So it's really just stay true to what you're doing. And if you're consistent, eventually you will be successful. And everyone's definition of success looks different. Mine is not having 1 million followers, and I won't define it. It's different for everyone. I prefer a minimalist life, and I like it simple. I want to be able to travel more now that we can. And as long as I have more freedom and I can travel and I can spend time with friends and family and I can go live and help people and I can help clients build their dream and help them get out of their own way, that's successful to me. So freedom and time is my definition of success. Money's great as well. So I appreciate my brands and sponsors. Thank you so much. Because I work with some on a gig basis, some monthly, some now are asking me to work with them for a year. So I'm looking forward to doing that more. But it doesn't need to be a lot. It could just, whoever aligns with what you're doing, work with them. Don't accept everything. That's a tip I can give too, because your audience is watching. Stay authentic to who you are, because if I tomorrow started doing something, I mean, you can always change. You're not locked in, but I don't know. Just stay true to who you are. That's what I'm trying to say. You get it. Charles gets it. That's what he's saying. He says, yeah, you start. It's not really small versus large. It's honestly, to me, it's like impact, right? What impact are you making on your community? Are you giving a real testimonial of a product that ends up helping someone else? Do that. We all have a way to influence with our story, with our social media posts, with our websites, even gameplay. If you're gaming, hey, I'm going to the Esports Awards here in Las Vegas in December, so stay tuned for that as well. So next month is a tech conference that sometimes I ask myself, like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, how am I here? Like, how did I get invited? But don't doubt yourself. It's amazing what's possible if you're just consistent. And I'm a really creative person. I'm really tech savvy. I love live stream production. You know, if I'm testing something, I'm going to share it with you. Most of my social media channels are to share tech tips, how I feel about a certain hardware or software. And I'm going to continue to do that. So stay tuned for more. And I don't see any questions here, but I do want to show you again. I'm going to show you this website. Oh, look, I made this little thing, but it's really busy. I wanted to test out a few features with this. This is like my little gamified page where I have like a little ticker and a little tip jar, because I was going to use this for Twitch. What do you think? And it also shows you my follower goal, because I do for certain monetization features and for certain brands and what their needs are. I'm thinking, what's my goal number? Like, I mean, I've already have more than 1,000 subscribers. That was just to get monetized. After that, it's just all extra, in my opinion. But I have different goals than others. 1 million might be your goal. 10 million might be your goal, because it depends on what you're building. Me, I mean, if there's 30 people, I'm like, that's a new person a day to talk to. Like, 30 views is a lot. Can we celebrate that? Like, if you were 10 is a small house party, okay? And like, you're here, you're talking to me. I think we need to stop discounting the numbers. Like, the vanity metrics are just not as important as you would think, because it didn't prevent me from working with large brands. But the quality of the content, the consistency, your messaging, your presentation skills, the return on the investment that they're making of you, if you can prove that, you're making an impact and you're influencing something for a brand, and that is what the result that we all want, right? So yes. Oh, you're laughing here. Where you said you're doing great. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. And once again, let me go back to my main page so you can check it out and read a little bit about my story here. But I think you can launch your own show too, if that's your goal. If not, you just want to ask me about certain products, definitely come on and ask me about that too. You can ask on the replay. I'll be checking my comments. And I'm going to get a new camera soon. Right now I'm using the Sony ZV-1. I'm going to still keep it for another camera angle, but I'm going to test some Canon cameras soon. I'm going to test some aperture lighting for remote production, for being on the scene, like at this Esports Awards, out in the field. I'm going to do some remote production on a golf course. I'm going to, like I said, be in San Francisco, so maybe I can show you some travel and tourism things just for my phone for old time's sake, because that's not going away. I still love the raw live production from your phone. It's something that I'm gonna keep doing, so get ready. Like that. Remember those days? Okay, so thanks for being here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this up or just delete it, because I just wanted to come on and have coffee and chat with you, and we've accomplished that, haven't we? We also dispelled several ideals about what success is. I'm gonna keep saying that. It hasn't changed since 2011, where I was just saying, just go live. It works, but everyone has a different path to what their success is, and I think I want to encourage you to do that. Don't doubt yourself. Try it out. If you don't like it, delete the video. But maybe should I make these so that they just expire? I know the replay is cool, like if you couldn't make it live, but I do kind of want to have a sense of urgency. I know sometimes I start a few minutes late because I'm setting up, but I'll message you in the chat, what's going on. But I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. I will leave this one up because I'm asking a question. I'm like, should I make these a race, these live stream coffee chats? Because if you're not here live, I don't know if you want to interact with me in the comments on these casual ones. The other ones, of course, that are more produced, I will leave them up. But let me know what you think. Okay, Superfo says, let me move this title off of here. Oh, I made a key command. I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, it does. Okay. Same thing going live. Phone is cool. It's quick and easy. Right. It's quick and easy. It's how I started, and it's really actually quite effective. And it's more relaxing. It's more relaxing to just go live from your phone and show people. It doesn't always have to be overly produced. That's like user-generated content, right? It's so easy to consume. You feel like you're just talking with your friend. Sometimes it gets too professional and you're like watching TV. And if that's not your goal, go live on your phone. But that's what I wanted to tell you. If I think of anything else, I mean, we'll just go live again tomorrow. But just make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss the notification, because sometimes I'm random and we'll be testing something randomly. So thank you for being here. I'll see you all later. Message me in the chat. I'll leave this up for maybe a couple of hours, or maybe I'll leave it. I don't know. But I love seeing you all here. Thank you for being here, and let's talk again soon. Ciao.